Yeah. Crispy wings, sauce dripping slow. Stacked up high like a food cargo. Crunching loud, the flavor show. Midnight cravings, gotta let it go. Late night, feast tables alive. Forks tonight, the hunger vibe. It's foodie time, foodie time. It's foodie time, foodie time. It's foodie time, foodie time, foodie time, foodie time.
Good morning. Hi, you guys. It's Friends and Family Friday.
Good morning.
I forgot to change my background. I still showing MSC.
If you hadn't said it, I wouldn't know. So you cool. It's a ship. That's all I care.
I do like the MSC ship, so I don't mind watching it. A little different. I like Josianne's background better. So how y'all doing this morning?
Oh, we good, and you?
Yeah, I got a green screen. I'm gonna use it one day.
Oh, you do? I didn't know that.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, put it up. When we started YouTube like 4 years ago, or whenever the heck it was, my daughter and her mom gave us a green screen. It's still in the box in my closet.
Well, you know what mine is. It's a bunch of poster board posted to the wall.
Yeah. I just didn't know where to put it. So right now I got this stupid orange screen. I mean, not screen.
I do like your background, though. I do like your background. So, yeah.
I thank you. I'm going to work it out one day. Oh, Lord, y'all.
Your hair is fine.
You look beautiful. Thank
Yes.
you.
I'm going to
say hello.
Yeah, we're showing. So let me do this.
Anyway, we're going to say hello to the people in the chat. First one in the chat was Willie. Hey, Willie. How you doing, sweetie? I heard that I came over yesterday and you were gone to see your brother. So I kept missing you all day. I kept going there and you would be off or you would be gone. I said, this is crazy. But anyway, so I'm glad to see you here this morning. Willie is a founding member of the Foodie Squad. He's saying a lot here. He's subbed to my new casino channel. Thank you, Willie. And Nettie said hello to him too. Knock, knock, knock. And there's Keith. Hi, Keith. Keith coming in, Wakeview Travel. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. It's Friends and Family Friday. We love Friends and Family Friday. We get a chance to talk to each other. And there's Mickey's from the Foodie Squad. Good morning, Mickey's. How are you doing this morning? Happy Friday. She's bringing in some purple hearts. Keith said, I missed the live last night. I had to work late, but I watched the replay. Thank you. Yeah, it was pretty busy last night, so we had a good time. But DeFam Adventures coming in. Good morning, Ron. How are you doing? Thank you, Ron, for the beautiful stuff. He sent me some stuff. Hashtag grow. I appreciate that, sweetie. So Mickey's showing her channel. Willie's saying woo woo. And there's Antoinette. Good morning. Hey, how are you doing, sweetie? How
Antoinette.
Antoinette.
Antoinette. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning, all. She's beautiful. So statuesque and pretty. I mean, she is. I mean, I have never seen you in person, Antoinette.
Yeah.
I've seen you on knowing that you're very charismatic and that you seem tall. I don't know. I thought Amy was tall. Amy told us the other night she's 5 foot tall. And I said, I'm taller than her.
I'm 5'4".
I'm not taller than many people. Okay?
I'm 5'4".
Yeah, you made fun of us one day. I remember that. She was like, how tall are y'all? I guess the better question is how short are y'all? But
when I used to go to the doctor, off subject, but subject, when I was a lot heavier and you go in because they didn't put that thing on you anymore and say I'm like 200 whatever pounds and they're like, how tall are you? I say 6 feet. It matches. Like, why the hell are you asking me how tall I am? I'm 6 feet tall.
So why are you asking me what as high as I am? You're supposed to
I'm 6 feet tall.
What kills me is when they give you your weight in meters, or not meters, liters, whatever it is. I'm
so
just
you're
laughing.
as tall and as everything as you feel. So yeah, there you go.
hair looks marvelous.
Huh?
Thank you. I need to go to the beauty shop. I got an
Oh.
appointment Monday, so y'all will see me rolling out pretty fast Monday to go get my hair did. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Mm.
Sue coming in with the sunshine. Hi, how you doing, Sue?
Sunshine.
And there's Miss Amy K. She got on me the other night, last night, because I keep telling people the name of her channel is If You Seek Amy, and it's actually If You Seek Amy K. I never have any trouble getting to your channel, Amy, because I've learned that the best way to get to somebody's channel is to just type their name all together, no spaces, okay?
Ah,
And that will take you right to their channel, okay? So I've never put the K on there, and I've always gotten to you, but so but I need to start either telling people the correct way to look for it or telling them the K, right? Because whoop whoop, my 10 a.m. meeting got canceled. Yay! I'm always excited when somebody's meeting gets canceled, y'all. Good morning. It's Gerald, part of the Foodie Squad. Good morning, Vicky in chat. Gerald, I should have had you come up here. Next Friday, you are definitely coming on because we have.
there's Laurie on the chat.
Huh?
Laurie's in the chat.
She's always in the chat. She wants some watch hours. This is the way to do it, sweetie. So we're gonna pull you up.
Where is she?
We're gonna pull you up here. Okay, the fam says all three are beautiful ladies. Oh,
Thanks, Juan.
please tell Nettie because she won't stop messing with her hair.
I can't help it.
Oh, and Antoinette said, "Loving your locks, Nettie." So there you go.
Thank you. I did it
all
myself yesterday. It was rough, man, because I'm being
Nettie
cheap.
is a real cutie from Willie. He's such a flirt.
Oh my God.
Anyway, so we're looking to see if there's anybody else. Okay, somebody came in saying called C Death times 2. Okay. Oddly enough, today we're probably coming in partially vertical, so there will be some people that come in that we haven't seen yet. So welcome in C Def times 2. And nice to see you all. She or he said, Will G, morning, all walking and listening. Oh, well, see, somebody's getting some exercise this morning. All right. And then there's Lee coming in from across the pond. So we got a few people in here this morning. Hello, 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 hello. Yes. Well, if you don't know, this is a Connect and Grow chat. If you type #grow, it will show your link and people can go to your channel and check you out. So I wanted to talk today about what we almost talked about the other day. OMG, I love your nails, Nettie. And that's travel costs. But
I did that for you.
I need to be done.
The different colors. That's what Antoinette does. So I was like, when I was grabbing colors, I thought about you, Antoinette, and was like, oh, what can I put on? So thank you.
Well, it does match everything, so at least you don't have to worry about not matching.
And my earrings. It's hard to see, but
those are beautiful. Nice. Hold it. Let me see. Let's see if I can. The bad news about me doing this is whenever I do it, I mess it up. I'm about to mess it up.
But see,
those are beautiful.
All the different colors. I'm trying to be colorful since it's summer.
It's almost summer, and I'm so glad the rain stopped here finally. I thought,
I think so.
I thought for sure it wasn't ever going to stop, y'all. I was so depressed, and it ruined my garden. I mean, everything's just hanging like this. Yeah, so much water.
Oh,
Linda,
no.
listen, Linda. It's Linda Toman. Good morning. She can't chat a lot. Getting ready to head to Georgia for my son's wedding weekend. Oh, sweet!
Congratulations.
You're gaining a
fun.
daughter. Oh my! You're gaining a daughter. I love it. Yes, indeed. I don't look at it as losing a child. It's gaining a child. Any way you look at it, and
you don't lose anything. You don't lose anything.
You don't lose anything. You may actually gain grandchildren and stuff. So it's a lovely thing. So, congrats to your son, Lori Barber. Why are you in the chat? Instead of she's not on the screen. She's supposed to be on the screen.
She was for a while, then she left.
Enjoy the wedding weekend, Linda. Okay. Linda. Okay, so, and there's Tawana. Good morning, Tawana. How you doing? Good morning, everyone. Tawana, if you want to come into Friends and Family, let me know. Anybody who wants to come in, let me know by Friday, because we'll figure out how to get the links to you. Okay, there's also cool haircuts at 89 Steph. Thank you, Steph. We appreciate you. Welcome in. Type #grow so we can see your channeling. Okay. Nettie JT said, Gerald, sorry, autocorrect. What the?
It kept saying Jerry. I'm like, who's Jerry? I didn't type Jerry. And so then,
Scott calls
my computer autocorrected.
Look at Regina. He's on the runway in San Juan.
Oh, yeah. Good morning. I'm on the runway now to San Juan. I will catch the replay. Regina, she's on her way. She's doing that. I heard, you guys may have not heard me say this, but I actually have been getting free offers from Royal. And one of the free offers was to go to Tortola,
Go.
7 nights. And, I want to go, but I don't want to go by myself. I don't want to go by myself. It sounds like something you should go with somebody else. It's got all these beautiful islands. Going by yourself would be
Don't lose it. Go. Find a way to go.
Find a way to go.
Yeah, Tortola is beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. Tortola and St. Croix and St. Kitts. I've been to St. Kitts before. I love St. Kitts.
But St. Croix is hard to get on any itinerary. I've never been to St. Croix in 30 years. Never been to St. Croix.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, grab it.
What happened now?
I don't know, but her phone rang.
Oh my God.
I was like, okay, are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm sorry. I had to see who the phone was.
Anyone getting on a cruise this weekend? Regina's getting on a cruise this weekend. She's going to all of those islands that we all want to go to in the Southern Caribbean. Good morning. Hi, Cheryl. How you doing? Also, let's see who else is in here. Down South Stitcher. Hey, welcome back, Down South Stitcher. I love it. And Dawn and Gary, she's part of the Foodie Squad. Hi, Dawn. How are you doing? Good morning to everyone sneaking on while working. She's in the bushes. So I think I've said hello to everybody. You guys, today I want to talk about travel costs, because we've been talking about this. Flights have gone up. Not a whole lot, but enough that it can be frightful. Frightful
That's
flight.
a polite word. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a polite word. And we've also talked about alternate ways of getting around. So there may be possibility that some of us might take trains and buses and everything else to get away from flights. But my only suggestion is, first of all, if you're going somewhere, try to make it as close to home as possible. But I know the Unhinged is in Miami. That makes it difficult for most of us to get there. But the good news is we still got plenty of time. I mean, the final date's not till November 16th. So, it's plenty of time to book, so we can kind of watch the flights. I keep saying this over and over, y'all. Yeah, but travel cards are good for this. I mean, they may not be good for a lot of things, but they're good for flights and hotels, because you can get specific travel cards that will get you on flights from United and stuff like that. And a lot of the airlines honor each other's points. And I don't know if people know that. They belong to alliances. There's a Star Alliance, and I can't remember what the other alliance is, but a lot of them will take points from another airline in their alliance. So it's a good thing to know about. It has saved me so much money over the years. I rarely ever pay for a flight. And if I do pay for a flight, it's because I'm going by Allegiant, and Allegiant is cheap. I can fly to Port Canaveral Orlando for like $54. So it's pretty cheap, and it's a direct flight. So whenever I can, I do that. It's got her MSC cup. You know what cup I have?
Foodie cup.
I grabbed the first one that came to
I'm
me.
just messing with
Sorry. That's it. Usually yours and Eddie's are sitting right there next to but they were washed last night.
Okay, well, I like being a clean cup.
This is Larry's cup.
What'd you
You
say,
know,
Jim?
United and JetBlue now, they're sharing their flights. But
No,
I
that's
use all my miles. I travel too much. I have none yet.
when you travel a lot, yeah, those travel costs, especially now. I use points. The hotel that I have found that has the best point redemption is Hyatt. But I have the Chase Sapphire card, and you can use points. You can transfer points from Chase to Hyatt, and a lot of the time I don't have to send over a whole lot of points. In fact, it costs much less in points to get a hotel with Hyatt than it does to get a flight anywhere. So I stay in Hyatts all over the place. You can use them in any Hyatt in the world, and that's amazing to me. So Poverty to Paradise, she uses points. A lot of people in our forum for the over 40 YouTubers that we use points because Allie and Rob, the people that Grounded Life Travel that invented YouTube over 40, they originally started talking to people about using points to purchase hotels and to get flights. So we all are very knowledgeable about points at this point. And there are so many people on YouTube that do specific cards. Like I just said, the Chase Sapphire. If you look up the Chase Sapphire, you will find at least 20 videos about Chase Sapphire's cards and all of the benefits. One of the best benefits of the Chase Sapphire travel card, which is the Chase Sapphire Preferred or the Chase Sapphire X, what is it called? I don't know. But anyway, the other one, a Reserve, the Chase Sapphire, they're both travel cards. One of the best things about that card is it has built-in insurance. So if if any of your travel gets canceled and you had purchased it with that card, that would cover that incident. They would pay you money for that cancellation, losing your baggage, any of that stuff. So that I think is huge. What'd you say, Lori?
I just want to say, anybody that uses Carnival credit card, take a second to relook at what you do and how you spend on that credit card, and decide now that the things are changing in September. See if it still works for you, because it's not going to work for everybody.
I don't think Carnival is a good travel card.
It is for if you. It was for me because I sailed I didn't do any traveling except for on Carnival. That was my only expense, was a Carnival cruise. So the points I made from groceries, gas, everything combined. And then when I got my points back, at first I was getting 4-to-1, which was awesome. Then it dropped to 2-to-1. So, but now I'm definitely looking at new cards, because it doesn't transfer the way, like when I charge on cruise onto charge the room, that charge the room button, that used to give me 2 points. It's not going to give me any points now. 0.
Okay.
It'll give me cruise points, but for the cruise ship and on the cruise, but it is not going to give me any points on my credit card.
Okay, before we start this conversation,
that's all I wanted to say. Check your card.
That was going to be my next topic, the cruise cards. But what I'm talking about right now is travel cards that you can use anywhere. Go, Nettie.
Okay, so I might just have to, I can't say that, close the thing on my face or my sound, because maybe the next cruise you have will be for people who aren't the chat and the rest of you guys, and who just have to look for the cheapest fare, because there still are some of us out there who may not have a card to use or anything like that. I mean, that's a beautiful thing in theory, but it doesn't always work for some of us.
Well, I was going to say, that was what I was getting ready to say, is that some people cannot use credit cards. Okay. So if, these are the qualifiers for credit cards. You have to be able to pay off your balance within 30 days. Okay. So you don't want to get charged interest. You have to be a person who doesn't go crazy with charging, which, gamblers are probably notorious for this. But anyway.
Here you go.
you
Don't pause it on
have
that picture.
You also have to have really good credit to get the travel credit
Oh my
card.
God,
So that's
where's
a
she
whole
showing
other
now?
conversation. A lot of people can't qualify for like Capital One because they require that you have an excellent rating. Now, Chase Preferred is different. If you have a good rating, you can get that card. But some of the cards require that you have. So there are some qualifiers. So not everybody can use credit cards. And here's the other thing. In order to benefit from points of a credit card, you have to not use a debit card because everything that you put on that credit card is what's going to make your point. So why would you be using a debit card when you could be using the credit card and getting points and paying it off every 30 days? So I don't have a debit card. I haven't had a debit card. No, I can't. Let me take that back. I do have a debit card, but I only use it to get cash. That's it. I've never used it to purchase anything because and my husband too. And ever since I turned Jorge on to points, you can't get him back to a debit card, but he pays his off every 30 days. I pay mine off every 30 days. And people look at us crazy in the grocery store because we both like, okay, use my card. So both of us try to get points on cards.
Oh my God.
Don't even make sense. When we buy groceries, especially if it's over $100, it's like, wait a minute, use my card. So there you go. But now cruise cards are a different situation. There are cards that are specific to. I'm not a fan of cards that are for a specific company, like for instance, Carnival and Royal. Although I have a Royal card and I'm about to have a Carnival card, but the only reason I have either one of them cards is because I cruise on Royal and I cruise on Carnival. Now, other than that, there is no other reason to have them because they do not, as she was saying, transfer points to other things like hotels and stuff like that. So you need a travel card that transfers points to other things that you do, like hotels and flights. So there you go. And also you got to look at the coverage for cancellations and stuff like that. If you got insurance coverage on there, there's a lot of other things that give you special travel credit cards, give you special benefits for rental cars. Like I'm at the top of every rental car, like Hertz, the biggest one, Emerald in National, all of those because of my credit cards. Avis Preferred,
Also insurance too. Yeah.
And it's one of the only things besides actual insurance that you purchase that pays for cancellation of a cruise or cancellation of a flight, so those are huge, that saves you a lot of money. Unless of course you're worried about medical. None of them cover medical, but all of them, not all of them, some of them cover actual cancellation of a trip. So we were talking about, the flights, and I keep telling people, wait till about 3 months out if you can to get your flight, because that's when they are the least. Now, Josianne brought up a concern that, the flights may be gone. And since you're in a crowded area, Josianne, that's probably a real concern for you because, see, it's very unusual for flights to sell out in Kentucky. That's all there is to that. But I don't know, Nettie, have you ever run into that situation?
Oh, heck yeah.
See, in the bigger cities, that isn't it.
Yeah.
That's why I think I said yesterday or something. Normally what I do is, and I'm the person who has to, use their debit. Don't judge me if you do. I don't DGAF, but I find a flight and it's like, oh, okay, that's a decent fare right now. I can go with it and I'll pay for it at least before Southwest changed. And then I'll buy it. And then as time goes on, I'll check. And then if the price changes, like, cool, I'll go and rebook it and then have that credit because I'm going to fly again in a few months and then use the credit to pay for the next one. But Yeah, sometimes you do that, and then you look up, and the price never goes down. It only goes up, or they'll tell you you can see how many seats are left at this particular whatever fair category or something like that. So
Yeah.
I know
And
now crap is getting stupid high, and at least within that 2 months we're going to Vegas, there's nothing left. Everything is, like, um, anyway, yeah, everything's going up,
yeah,
and
inventory is real on flights.
yeah, and there's not many other options. I'm sorry, Lori, you got
She was
Chicago, we got Midway, and then we have O'Hare. And to go, like you mentioned,
Oh my God.
Allegiant, I gotta go where, to Bloomington, Illinois, not Illinois, Indiana, or to Rockford or something. So our options for airports or other lines are limited. And then with air, I'm not used to paying for stuff. I'm not used to paying for a seat. I'm not used to paying for what the hell
Bags.
else am I paying for? Bags. Southwest, oh my God, it was
I
no
know.
problem. And
That
then
was
still,
absolutely crazy.
it
The bag situation. I was just me and my grandson trying to stuff everything into a carry-on. It was hilarious.
I know. I mean, it didn't ruin my life, but it's making it a little more difficult for me to find flights because now they're just like everybody else, and so
Yeah. I
yeah,
think they're worse in some ways. I mean, the way they've got their flights categorized now, or you just sitting there thinking, okay, basically I'm paying for a seat in the
yeah.
best place I can be. Yeah.
And
But
then the where I was talking about getting a credit, I can get a credit. Their basic fare, I forget what they have. They got like 3 tiers or something. And the bottom tier, if you get a credit, is only good for is either 3 or 6 months, and that's from the date you purchased a stupid ticket. I normally try to get tickets as soon as the flights, the date they become available, and then that's when I start in my mind working the system. The credit will be gone before I even take the flight that I got the credit for. So yeah, and you talk. I don't know what's going to happen because we're right in the middle. Where am I going to cruise from in Chicago? Nowhere. I guess I could take a
and
cruise down the
Southwest does
Chicago
have their
River.
own point system, by the way,
Yeah, they
too.
do, and I
Yeah.
use that. Well, I won't lie, I do use that. But
And
shoot,
Chase transfers points to that Southwest point system. So you can also use those Chase points for that. So that's the good news. So
okay,
if you can
yeah,
consider any of Southwest news good news.
I'm
Okay,
not just
Lori.
yeah. Sorry, Lori.
Well, no, no,
Sorry,
no.
Lori.
I'm holding my breath. I'm doing a good job here. I don't have to put my duct tape on. One thing that I agree with Josianne, booking a nonstop is almost a must because
I never
if
fly
you
connection.
if you don't book a nonstop, you have there's the possibility that when you fly into, say, um, Raleigh Durham, I don't know,
Atlanta.
Atlanta, you
Yeah.
get into
Mhm.
Atlanta and that second leg has been canceled,
Yeah.
or it is full and you got bumped off.
Well, you should
So
But here's
always book your second leg near your destination.
but here's you
I've
guys
lost
look.
my suitcase because they pulled it off because my little carry-on, they didn't have room because I was the last one getting on the plane because they
Oh
thought they were
no, I don't
full.
give those.
Oh wow.
I've never
Well,
lost my
so they put it, so that was okay because I thought I would get it right back in my hand. No, they moved it to the next flight and it went to Alaska.
Ooh.
Oh,
So yeah, no flying, I don't like flying, but
but you don't
when
have to.
but
no,
if you
not to a cruise, which is what we do, but
Yeah.
like I'm going to DC to a wedding and I'm with Josianne. I'm panicking about getting my flights. I know that they don't come out yet, but you can see some.
Yeah. Southwest is 6 months out. So the one for the unhinged Southwest has not opened any flights yet.
February is not, but you have to look closely because now, at least here, there are fewer. Lori said it. There are fewer non-stops than the flights that have 2 and 3 stops to get to your final destination. The
I use
non-stop
Google
flights
Flights.
are
I
less
Yeah,
and
I
always
less.
use
start looking at
nonstops.
that.
Well,
Their
yeah.
nonstops are at the top. I always
Well, no, the non-stops are at the top, but you got like this many, if you look at it, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe. You might want to fly overnight to get to your destination. The cheaper flights are the ones that you got to go in the day before, and then you got to figure, should I stay in a hotel and all this other kind of mess. But then they got like 20 flights that stop all over the world past your destination to come back to where you want to go to save a couple dollars, and maybe 3 or 4 nonstops.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so I was just saying that the nonstops are fewer
Chloe said.
than you know the flights that go everywhere.
Okay.
At least when I look, you know. So heck, I'm not sure. When dude retires, we might just start driving.
Yes, Lori, I never fly connecting, but 20 years ago that happened. Due to bad weather, I ended up spending the night in Atlanta. I was going
Yeah.
to Cayman Island. I'm saying,
Atlanta is
and I've
notorious.
Not
never
fun.
done that again, ever.
Atlanta is notorious for that. But the good news for me is normally I can find my second leg if I do a second leg, because I rarely do a connecting flight too anymore. But if I do get a second leg, I try to get as close, and I mean as close as I can to the destination in case I have to hop in a car and drive. Because cruising, you can't afford to miss that day. So it's
Right.
like you gotta think ahead. I always try to get as close to Orlando as I can, because I know if worst comes to worst, I can get to Orlando and I can get on the train and go to Miami. In fact, that's another option, y'all. You can fly into Orlando and take the train to Miami. Now, some of y'all are thinking, take the train to Miami. Look at Scott's videos about the train. And Amy, I think
I saw the bright line.
Yeah, the bright line.
I saw it when I was in Fort Lauderdale. It was passing right there in the middle
So
of the
is
city.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, Lori.
The Bright Line, I live in Florida and I get local news for Florida, local state news. And the Bright Line does have accidents and it does get stopped because of, so it's a train. So if you do take the Bright Line, make sure if you're doing it on the day of the cruise, you book the earliest
This
you
one,
can
I
get
was
there,
gonna say,
because if there is an accident, it just delays every one after it. Yeah.
forget
Sorry.
taking it the day of. That's first thing. Go on and
Right.
take it as soon as you get there.
And then
I
Yeah.
say, get off the plane.
Get to
on the
Miami.
train.
we one
Pay
time I
the
was,
$400 for that overnight stay in the hotel close
I
to
got
the
lucky
pier.
one
I
time
have
watching.
never paid to stay in Miami.
We know.
I'm just saying.
We know.
You are not the average person, Vicky.
It's
Thank
not
you.
that average
The
person.
average
This
is
is
the
a
card
thing.
that give
This
you
is a thing.
the free
You guys,
nights.
the
We
reality,
understand.
the
We ain't
reality of
talking over you.
travel, you gotta think outside the box these days. You gotta start thinking about other things. I mean, I was foreign to points. Okay, I was foreign to it. But after I realized that I didn't have to pay for stuff because I use it for everything. Okay, then I started using it. I use the points now to travel. And if I couldn't use points for travel, I couldn't travel. There's no way I could afford a hotel and flights. There's just no way. I'm on a fixed income.
I
So
hear you.
I think that, oh, look, I have not been saying hello to people.
Yeah.
Here you go. Hello.
I'm getting way behind. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so filling up the bucket. Welcome in. Type hashtag grow so that we can go to your channel and check you out. And also subscribe to the channel and hit the thumbs up, everybody. I appreciate that. Okay, look, we're just running our mouths up here, look, talking about stuff. People just coming in talking to
A
us.
lot of messages.
Looking
Good
at our
morning.
phones.
Good morning, all in the panel and chat. It's Friday. And then there's Harjareen. So Carol's in the Foodie Squad. So is Harjareen. Long time no see, Vicky. Hey, girl, what is up? Anthony on the Move is going to be on the Unhinged Cruise. Hi, Anthony. Yes, travel costs. Jeez. Y'all feel us on that one, right? Marjorie says, hello, everyone. You ladies look beautiful up there on the panel. Thank you, sweetie. That is appreciated.
Thank
Travel, yes,
you.
we see in the house. Travel. Spirit Airlines is truly missed. Well, no, I did. I have flown one time on Spirit, so I don't even know. But Will G just booked our flights to Europe for the festival transatlantic. Festival. Okay, and used
American points.
he used American airline points, something that I don't have. Okay. Although I think I can transfer to that alliance from one of my other aircrafts. Spirit left, and next day everyone hiked fares. Ain't that the truth? That happens. When Southwest went up in price, everybody else went up in price. Okay. Me Vaser Numinous. I worked all day. Welcome in. Wakeview Travel. Breeze Airline has some good prices.
Breeze
Airlines. They are just
You're
limited
ahead of
to
it.
destinations and dates of travel. Filling up the bucket here. Bob and I just used our simile and flew to London for like 200. Used our something and flew.
I think
to
he means
American Express.
miles.
Oh, our miles. Okay, and flew to London for like $200 round trip. Okay, she's winning. At the beginning of May, we use our Amex for everything. I understand that. Antoinette, hey. Okay, so Amy says, my goal is to use Robin Alley's system to retire in hotels paid for by points. Me too, girlfriend.
That's what I do.
Oh man, I'm saying that is my goal too. Travel, yes, we see. Carnival had an offer with $200 flight credit last week. They've been doing all kinds of offers. They got a $300 onboard credit offer too. So the system is to use the travel cards to pay your monthly bills, then pay the card off every month. I'm sorry, I should have explained that. Okay, so the way you use these travel cards, y'all, is you use it in place of your debit card, but then you pay it off every 30 days. That way you're accumulating points for all kinds of things, everything. I mean, and some of them are double points, some of them are triple points, depending on the category that you're spending in, that type of thing. Card off every month with your income to accumulate points. So yeah, you're basically not buying anything extra. It's the same stuff that you always buy. You're just doing it in a different way, and you have to become every 30 day. Now I'm going to tell you something. This is a secret about me. I don't pay off 30 days. I pay off every week or two because I like to stay ahead of stuff. I'm just one of them type of people. So I pay a weekly bill on my, just like I'm using my debit card every week on Friday. Today is the day I pay on my credit cards, because it was the same money. So there you go. Travel, yes, we see says, oh, hold it. Will G said, I use my Carnival card only for Carnival purchases. I think you only can. Well, no, that's not true. You can use it for other purchases, but you can't redeem it on anything else, which is weird. But Travel, yes, we see, probably better off buying Carnival gift cards. He says that all the time for a casino with your travel card. That way you get 7% discount plus points on your credit card. I will remember that, Travel. Willie, do look at your Carnival card rewards. It may be better to use your everyday card. That was from Lori. The Real American. I had a Capital One credit card limit, 1,000.
She's frozen.
I loaded 2 transactions of 500 to a Chime
I think
card.
it's the internet.
To pay my credit card bill off Capital One, said that it was a fraud, and I told him, Will, then give me my... And look, we'll just wonder what give me my went to. Okay, the Real American, type hashtag grow. Oh, my money back. Hashtag grow to show your link, you guys. If you're new in here, we are Connect and Grow Chat. Okay, my commercial, we come in here in the morning every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 o'clock a.m. and then Tuesday and Thursdays at nighttime after 5. So be sure and leave your channel link by typing hashtag grow so we can help you grow your community if you are a creator. Capital One can go fly a kite. That was a nice way of putting it. Lori says, sorry, Will G. I know. Will's winning though. Will is always traveling. Amy said, that's a good advice, Travel. I think so too, Travel. You should do a video about that. Royal is giving away a lot of Pinnacle perks for credit card holders. A lot of Pinnacles are pissed. Happy Friday. Hi, Ryan. PK Adventures in the house, part of the Foodie Squad. And Travel says he uses gift cards for everything on Carnival. So he is a Carnival gift card person. Okay, more to see. Saying hi to Carol. Then Amy says JetBlue has destroyed their point system now that United has taken over their web. Didn't know that. Okay, flying to Vancouver, Mickey said from JFK, we were able to get any direct flight for the days we needed, and the return from Alaska, no direct flight either. We had no choice but to book a connecting. It happens. Sometimes there's not a nonstop flight. Like I said, just get as close as you can to your destination, just in case you have to get a rental car. Just saying. Cruising is fun anytime. And I always tell my clients that, because when I book, like hotel packages, like if I book all-inclusive resorts and stuff, I always tell my customers, just in case you want to get that second destination, that second connection as close as you can, because last thing you want to do is not make it to your all-inclusive the first day. That would suck. I haven't had that happen yet, but that would suck. Okay.
So do you advise them to go in like a day or two early? I think it just depends on the luck of your draw. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can do everything right and it still gets jacked up. And regardless of how you plan, because we had a couple of instances, I won't go into it, where we booked, being in Chicago, our anniversary is in January, and we cruise in January. And so sometimes you get caught by the snow, and we were going out 2 days in advance, and the flights were canceled. Nothing you could do. And, now you got to try to find a flight because you still got to get to your cruise ship. And then another time I was watching Parker's on the Go a couple years ago, and I don't know if this was before the train or they just didn't mention that train, and we were leaving out of Miami and flew into Orlando and rented a car and then drove down to Miami, rented a car, stayed overnight, and it just so happened at that time, and it was a one-way rental. At that time, things were nicely priced, and we still saved $350 than flying from Chicago straight to Miami.
That's what I'm talking about, keeping an open mind, because that happened to me and Jorge trying to get the Symphony of the Seas. We had a snow emergency here. When we were supposed to leave for our cruise, they were about to close down our state. I said to Jorge, grab the suitcases and get in the car. Girl, we got in that car and we rolled all the way to Atlanta.
Wow.
Before they closed down the state. And I was like,
you got to do what you got to do.
I ain't missing my cruise. Look, I will get in a car in a second. Look, Cheryl says, hey, panel of beautiful women. Hi, Cheryl. Welcome in. Brightline, Carol says, I used it and had no issues. I used it the day of July 2025. You go, girl. Lori saying, Vicky, you need a new channel that is about travel points. I do.
Yeah, because
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing any more channels. It's not happening.
I mean, again, you start
our chat slowed down. I think we lost them when we got going on the travel points.
Oh, man. But I think it's all about, you start out that way. I started out that way. I had really good intentions, and all of a sudden you hit a bump and you're like, oh, well.
Yeah, you have to go with the flow.
Yep, I got to go with the flow. Like I tell my kids, if you can't pivot, you're going to break. So I can pivot. And one of these days I'll get back to that. But right now, we still traveling. That's all I got.
And I got to be me, Lori. I got to be me. I'm authentic.
I'm just messing with you.
No, I mean,
I always hear people say, the worst thing that can happen is that a creator will start to act like other people instead of themselves. Y'all never have to worry about that.
Dude, you don't have to worry about me because
I don't think anybody in this community, we have to worry about that.
Yeah, we're authentic.
Everybody is just I am what I am. Take it or leave it.
Was it Popeye says that I am what I am? That's all right. Mm-hmm. Lori said, Carol, the odds are you will use bright line with no issues. It's just something to be aware of. Oh, like everything, travel is one of the most unpredictable things, period. I got in a hurricane once by accident because I got on the Davina and we couldn't even go back to our freaking port. They closed down the the Port Canaveral port, and we ended up going to the Dominican Republic instead. Everybody else on the ship was crying because they lived there. I was like, I'm going to Puerto Plata. Oh my gosh.
I just booked tickets for my kids to go on a cruise. So we've got 5 rooms, and they're like, "What happens if a hurricane happens?" Well, we'll float around it. We might get canceled. That could happen. You just have to it might not go to the ports we want to go. It is what it is. You take it and you just relax and say everything's gonna be fine.
Everything's gonna be.
Everything's going to be, again, the way I look at the world is if I can go to bed tonight and I got no assurance that I'm going to wake up in the morning, what do I care about what might happen on a cruise 6 months from now?
You'll be
I
going
woke
to
up
a
this
new
morning.
destination. You'll be going
Yeah,
to
but I mean,
heaven.
who's to say you don't know anything. You can't predict anything. And you don't want to stay in your house sitting like this because you never know. Somebody might decide to come in your house. So you might as well leave the house and do some stuff and see what happens. I'm not telling you to tell your kids that, but hey, you never know.
It's just one of them.
Okay, well, the one, because I mean, anyway, yeah, life is
Where my
short.
kids are going. I mean,
I'm gonna take a clip of this and send it to them.
My
But
daughter
you-
claims she had
You can do
last
that?
Friday. She had an out of body experience. She saw her body. That's how much she almost. They said she lost her consciousness. I think her consciousness moved outside. And my daughter does not believe in that stuff. She thinks I'm crazy because I do believe in that stuff. But
You don't
she's
have to
like,
believe in it. It could still happen.
I was going to say, it's a thing. I told my husband, it doesn't matter if you believe in it or not. You're going to find out eventually. He just looked at me when I said that. I know he was thinking, what do you mean by that?
Hey,
And then if it happens to you and you want that again by doing another bad thing, crazy.
Crazy. No more out of body experience.
Oh my God.
Thank you very much. I think I would, if I told her if I had an out of body experience, I would be like, okay, heaven, next destination. Take me, Lord.
hey,
I'm saying. So
during hurricane, if you're in the Caribbean, the cruise ship usually stay at sea. But years ago in Bermuda, we got screwed. Oh my God. My kids were like 5 years old. Everybody was locked in their room. Everybody was throwing up, including me.
ooh.
It was bad.
Yeah. Now, people who are in here who don't cruise, do not listen to this story because you'll think that this always happens, but it doesn't.
No,
not
no.
always, but you gotta be
Sometimes,
prepared.
Yeah,
We've
but
been on
Bermuda, you have nowhere to go to come to New York, so.
yeah, I'm sure we've all been on cruises where barf bags are hanging around, but every once in a while, not all the time now, y'all. But yeah,
It's once every few years, maybe, if that. In fact, I think I've only seen them once in 40 cruises where they're hanging.
Take a
You're also floating from New York, which
Yes.
the further north you get, the rougher the waters.
So if you're not a cruiser and you're in this chat and you're just visiting us, know
Don't
this:
listen to this.
cruising is always fun until it isn't.
no cruising.
Well, it's even when actually, I have never gotten sick on a cruise.
Yeah, you better not.
Yeah, see, she talked about the past.
Yeah,
I got sick on my first cruise. No, we need to
self-inflicted once.
Cruising is fun anytime. That's what she
cruising
says.
is fun anytime.
And even if the boat is a little rocky, when we were on the breeze, I took a picture. We were standing in one place and you could see the horizon.
I saw that.
because the ship was going, and I didn't get sick, but you could see the ship go. The ship went up, the horizon
I
disappeared,
saw that too.
then it went back down, and
They
then
say that calms your stomach. I don't know.
it
No.
could have. And once we got back, whatever, we just kept on walking. Like, okay, it was a
I
minor
think
fall.
they need to, I think they need to put carousel music on the speakers because that gives you the illusion that you're on a horse going up and down
That's how
in your happy days as a kid. Ooh.
I drink when they do that. When it starts doing that, I'm like going to the bar.
See, you already behind then, Vicky, because you start with either Bellini or a mimosa for breakfast, and then after that you go and change for the rest of the day, and then that's when you go to the bar and get. So you're already
Just
behind.
have rum and ginger ale.
when I'm
Oh.
You
drinking,
don't care from the rum, and the ginger helps your tummy.
Ginger helps your stomach.
I can't tell if it's the ship. It's hilarious, but yeah, I tell people, clients who say to me, "Should I take a short cruise in case I might get seasick?" And you know what I say?
No.
No. And I tell them this: if you're worried about getting sick on a cruise, get on a cruise ship that's stopping at a lot of different places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Get off the ship
Yeah.
every
and not tender ports, because then you're going to have to get on a smaller boat, which
Right.
will really rock.
Yeah,
Or
really,
tell them
really
just to
rough.
knock it out, and then it's done. Our first cruise was to Alaska in an inside room at the front of the ship.
Mm.
Talk about fun. Trying to
That,
save some
that
money.
doesn't sound good at all.
It wasn't, but
Yeah.
I
But she's
mean,
right. You don't have to get off the ship.
yeah, 20
I don't
cruises
get off the
later,
ship.
it affected me, but I was like, ooh, once we didn't feel sick, I loved the experience.
Mm.
So out of 20, I've only felt bad 3 times.
Well, I had a client who asked me that question, and I said to her, and I said it very plainly. Back then, there were more stops. Nowadays, it's hard to find ships with lots of stops.
Mm.
But I told her very clearly, I would suggest that you get to one that's stopping a lot so that you can have an option of getting off the ship or staying on the ship, but just sitting still for a minute in case you get sick. Because it was her first time, and she said she gets seasick all the time, or not seasick, but a car sick all
Car
the time.
sick. That's
And I
me.
said,
I
and I
can't sit in the back seat.
and I said to her, I said, I would suggest a lot of stops instead of trying to take what she decided she wanted to take was a 4-night cruise. So she got stuck on the ship for 2 days, okay, while it was moving. And I said to her, I said, this is why I said you need to get off the ship. But anyway, she said
That's the same advice.
I also told her to take some seasick medication with her. Okay. That's what ended up saving her, because I did put her in the middle, in the belly, because that's where it's less rock. Okay. And I did tell her, okay, if you get sick, immediately, and I mean immediately, start, fixing that. But she did okay. But I'm telling you, anybody who asks me that question, I say the same thing. Take your full 7 days, make sure it's every day that you're stopping. Like the itinerary that I'm about to pass.
Yeah, if you live from Puerto Rico, you might have one sea day only. Every day you stop at a different island.
That's also the same advice you would give someone who's afraid to cruise, period, is if you're afraid to cruise, get one with stops so that the next day, if you're not comfortable, at least you know the next day you're going to be in port.
Yeah. And you always have the option of just not, getting off the ship. So,
I wouldn't recommend anybody, if they really are afraid of getting seasick and afraid to go on a cruise, and they're afraid of hurricanes, they're afraid of travel funks, not to cruise. It just might not be for you.
I'm not going to tell my clients not to cruise.
No, well, no, I'm not a travel agent. I'm not a creator either. I can say whatever I want. It ain't gonna hurt me.
I always get people who are they're cruising for us.
You should read some of the messages. There's some good one.
Yeah, they're cruising for a
messages,
specific reason. Usually it's because they're in a family reunion or something.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say, you shouldn't cruise. You should just tell the rest of your family, go on. But I always try to help them out, because I understand that you get in situations where you have to cruise, or you feel like you have to cruise. And it's always good to find out, because what ends up happening? They end up cruising.
They enjoy it.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
They usually end up saying, "Oh, I want to go on another cruise." They're the person that partied the whole time they were on the ship. That person that never been on a ship before is like hitting every spot. Okay.
they're like, oh well, think about it. You have no worries. There are no worries on a cruise ship. You just choose. You have a whole slew of things to choose on. Your hardest, not me this time.
Okay, I'm muting somebody. Who am I muting? No, I'm just kidding.
Josianne.
Oh, me? Oh, no, no, no.
Oh, that wasn't your phone?
She
Yeah, I
said
just put it down. It's a
Oh,
fax.
oh, it's the fax machine.
to
Yeah.
answer your question, Lori, I would suggest the Chase Sapphire Preferred because it's only $95. It's one of the cheaper
Oh,
travel cards
okay, now why would I want to pay $95?
because
That's
you're going to save
95.
$300. That's why you want to pay
So
$95.
it's going to save $200.
Yeah, I mean that's a question that people always say to me.
Well, all the other cards are saving $200. Why am I going to pay to save
No,
$300 when pay 100 to do it?
let me finish. True travel cards cost money. If they don't cost money, they're not travel cards. Okay, there is no such thing as a travel card that's free. There are people that say they're travel cards and don't charge you something like Carnival, but they're not travel cards. Okay, everybody knows if you want a real travel card, you're gonna have to pay somewhere between $95 to $695.
Yeah.
And that's the American Express Platinum, which I think has gone up in price.
I looked at my brother's price on his credit because, I'm looking at cards now. And he told me what he used, and I went, "Oh yeah, I don't think I'll be using that one." But he travels for business, so I mean,
Yeah.
he's constantly on a plane. So
But yeah, the Chase Sapphire Preferred is the one that I love the most because it transfers to the most. Travel Yes We See says sometimes the cheapest flight abroad might say 36 to 42 hours, and you say, hell no. But see if that gets you a long stopover in someplace cool like Lisbon, Istanbul, Casablanca.
Casablanca.
yeah, but I only cruise I cruise locally, which I consider Caribbean locally. That's all I do, with the exception of an occasional wedding, family emergency. That's the only time that I need a hotel or a flight. The rest of the time, I'm driving to the port.
Amy said, tried to book my see you soon offer this morning, and they said my offer is still not loaded in the Princess system. And then she showed her unhappy face. Why does it take so long? Lame. Meanwhile, Amy, I got 2 more offers. I'm just so excited, y'all.
The patience. You didn't have that patience. Now it's popped
Well,
up.
yeah. I mean, I spent a lot of money, y'all. Look, I
I'm
don't
sure you would
normally.
spend as much money as a kid, but I understand this kid, considering that I walk out with nothing. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, when I was on that cruise, only thing I walked out with was points, Nettie. But I did get a lot of points, so
Yeah.
I'm more than a third of the way there to prime level now, and I'm thinking, okay, I don't really want to cruise on Royal.
See, but now you'll be getting stuff every time you turn around. You're like, damn, I got all this junk in my mailbox. I wish they'd leave me alone.
Everybody's been asking me, can you transfer those to other people?
Nope. I thought about it. They told me nope.
Nope.
I
Willie
couldn't
said,
even get my kids. I couldn't even get extra room. I got decent rates, but I could not get any of the, at least one room to be similar to my offer. No, they wouldn't do it.
wow. Willie said, I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
That was because we said,
how
yeah, I
the
am what I am.
And Willie's probably going to come on the unhinged. He just doesn't know it yet.
Oh, okay. You got to go to Arizona and bring them here.
It's a long way. You have to
It's just a short drive.
hit your ride with Scott.
Oh yeah, that's right.
No, he could make, how he does his road trips? He'd just make a long, long,
You'll get Scott to
long,
drive with him.
and he can do it in legs. He can do it in legs.
Carol says, I no longer try to convince anyone to travel. You either have a desire to go or not. I learned that the hard way on a girls' trip. Ain't that the truth? Look, there's nothing worse than having one slep rock in your group that didn't really want to go. Speaking of MSC Seashore, are you guys all good with MSC Seashore?
Yeah,
Never been on it. Why not?
What about you, Laura?
Never been on it either.
Laura?
I can't discuss right now that I now have all my cruises booked up until that one, and I have to go with whatever offer I get because I have an elite cruise on Carnival, and I have an elite or well an equivalent elite cruise on MSC coming up.
Okay.
So
Well, this is not going to be an elite cruise, okay?
no, but the offers that the bounce back offers that come off of
I
those,
know.
and then just like this cruise, the only reason we're not going on Princess and meeting the Unhinged cruise is because Larry's getting more money in the casino on Carnival, so we're going out of Tampa, not Port Canaveral.
Well, this will only be a 4-night cruise because Seashore is only a 4-night cruise.
Seashore has 7.
When?
You just have to look. I don't know. I just
Well,
looked at one.
but anyway, it's probably only going to be a 4-night cruise.
Why
So you can
4?
squeeze us in there.
7.
Who wants to spend all that money on an airplane ticket for 4 days?
You're not even going to fly.
She's
I'm not,
concerned
but
about
I'm
stuff.
looking at Josianne right now, and I saw her eyes grow when you said a 4-day.
But we're
Then
only
she has
going
to.
to Port Canaveral. It's not like we're going to Miami. Look.
But you're talking the people who are flying from
Yeah.
Chicago and flying from Baltimore and flying
Flying
from New
from Louisville,
York,
Kentucky.
flying from Arizona.
This is
They
not
don't have. They don't. We call the flights that you take from Kentucky to Florida the drug run. Because all the Kentucky people would fly in and go to the pain relief centers and then fly back out.
okay. Well, I ain't one of them people.
She ain't
But
one of them,
No,
but
no, I know you're not. I'm just. But those airfares are
Daddy's
cheap.
dying
I think they're in cahoots with the pain management hospitals,
so
or
we all need to move to Kentucky to get cheap airfare,
If
right?
I
yeah.
get pain relief, I'm flying to Arizona and hanging out with Willie. Warmer.
That's our retirement. Don't tell Willie yet, but we're all coming his way. We're gonna get a commune in Arizona.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Hopefully their taxes are cheaper than they are here for the dispensary because yikes.
Anyway, Carol's Amy said, Carol, as much as girls' trips sound like fun, I think it would be more of a nightmare to get everybody organized. Sounds like babysitting. Our group cruise will be an ungroup, just so you know. Anyway, y'all have a great Friday. Okay, filling up the bucket. I'm sorry I missed you before you left. But anyway, glad I caught you today. But I
I
have
was trying to type in after party and I got sidetracked. After party.
After party.
okay after.
Here's my octopus hands. And here's the pink part of it.
All right.
Crazy, Laurie.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Move your body, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Feel the 808s drop, drop, drop. We're alive in the night, so free, so free.
Hey, we're back. Carol said to Gerald, she was trouble with from the get-go. It's a long story. Hey,
Can't wait to hear it.
It's hard to say no, but sometimes you got to say, do you really want to go on this cruise?
If they're not your roommate, perhaps you can just say, okay, I'll see you later.
Yeah, seriously. She was the one bad apple out of 6. After we ignored her, we had a good time. Yeah, sometimes you got to put people on ignore. I had someone like that ruin my last day in Rome. Oh dear.
Uh,
Oh my God.
That's bad when somebody ruins that kind of trip. Bet she won't be on the invite list
Yes,
next
you
time. We want to hear all about your offers in detail, Vicky. Oh man, no, not today, y'all. But I will tell you that I got got a whole bunch of sellings to choose from. Can't go on none of them.
Isn't
I
it
know.
funny?
I'm getting them from Princess, and I'm like, where are these guys? Royal. I got a lot on Royal.
How'd you get royal offers?
I'm assuming when I price matched with Princess and NCL, it somehow flagged over to them. I don't know.
Hmm.
Or I mean, UR Comp does a lot with it, so
Okay.
maybe to get me the UR Comp offers, it gave them my info, and so that's how I got on it. I don't know, but I'm getting direct from the cruise lines now instead of just UR Comp.
That means that you're in the Royal Caribbean booking app. Yeah. It's well, you've been back there, right? Where it shows your offers
Yeah.
in Royal. Carol says,
Mm.
Gerald, heck no, we no longer speak at all.
No, I haven't, Vicky. I haven't gone to Royal and logged in or anything like that.
You need
I've
to
never even gone to the Royal Caribbean website ever.
you need to do that so you can see because
Don't have any desire to cruise Royal. Sorry, it's
I
just
do
me.
it too, and I don't even want to go on Royal. The
I mean,
reason,
eventually I will go on one, but it's
but
just not on my priority list right now.
yeah,
I've got other cruise lines.
the reason I went back there basically was find out about the MGM thing that Travel told me about because I'm going to Vegas. So it had nothing to do with Royal. I am up here trying to figure out how I can send all my Royal stuff toward MGM so I can get some MGM stuff while I'm in Vegas. So that's how that's going.
Yeah, Amy said she took a flight out of uh, Washington Dulles and went to London for a weekend.
Are you
She's
reading
got
ahead of me?
Yeah, she's got it awesome to be able to fly.
I can't even read
She
the
gets
correct
the
people because she's reading.
she gets the cheap. I mean, the last minute flights. If you can get last minute flights, you can get really good deals. And to be able to pop on a flight to for the weekend to London, yeah. Oh, that I'd do that in a heartbeat.
uh, oh yeah, she said we don't even speak at all. I wish her all the best. Willie said, "Kidnap me, Eddie." Uh-oh. Carol says, Amy, yeah, there sometimes is that one Debbie Downer. Oh, I know, right? Oh my gosh. I've had that situation on one of my reunion cruises. Yeah, we all avoided her. Amy says, Carol, prefer to sail with acquaintances who make their own travel plans. No more traveling with friends for me. The YouTube After 40 cruise was amazing. Can't wait for the unhinged. I know. Can't wait, y'all. Not for nights. Not 4 nights. Yes, 4 nights. I've flown from DC to London. Now, if y'all want 7 nights, we can book the World America or the World
Oh,
Atlantic.
no, no,
It's
no,
going
no,
to
no.
cost us.
It's got to
I
be
was going to say,
reasonable.
Lori, what you haven't considered is four
Nobody.
nights is cheaper than 7 nights, and we
Yeah, but
still have
MSC
to
is cheap
pay.
no
Did you
matter what.
divide it
But
by?
that's still to bring
Did
you.
you divide it by how many nights? How much they are per night?
Let me finish, okay? Let me finish. 4 nights and 7 nights are difference in price. Flights are always the same. In other words, we have to fly there and pay the same whether we pay more for our cruise or not. So it becomes a big ticket when you have a 7 night cruise and a flight to pay for.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Josianne.
Yeah,
If I'm
because
going
the
to take the
older
time to
MSC ship
fly
was
somewhere,
cheap
that's
though.
like, would you fly to Alaska for a weekend? Or not
What?
Alaska,
Alaska is totally
to
different
Australia.
from
Would you fly to Australia for a weekend?
No.
You're comparing apples to oranges.
No,
What,
no,
what's
I'm not.
Australia?
It's like, would you fly to, um, well, technically, if you're paying normal price for an airfare, would you fly to London for a weekend?
But it's not Port Canaveral. I mean, staying in London is different from staying in Orlando or
No,
Port Canaveral.
actually, it's cheaper in
I'm not
London.
talking about price. I'm talking about experience. Okay.
But for a weekend, you want to have a full week of
Okay.
fun, not just
Let
three
me put
days.
this let me put this to you in dollars and cents. Okay.
Uh, uh,
I'm paying for a flight to to Orlando. The flight is going to cost $400. I either get a $400 4-night cruise or a $1,000 7-night cruise. Which one costs more altogether? 400 is 800. 400 and 1,000 is 1,400.
1400. Yeah, but don't use Well America. Use one of the old MSC ship and do it 7 nights.
Does it go out of Port Canaveral?
I don't know you.
It's your show, Vicky. Don't you know?
You brought it up. I'm like, I don't know.
You're only looking for Port
I
Canaveral.
have not looked at any of the older because I had a bad experience on an older MSC cruise. I don't do that. I went on the Lyrica. It was the worst experience of my life. Okay. I just don't do that. It was 7 nights of horror for me.
I don't know if I'd choose MSC in Europe anyway. I think I would choose
We're not going
Princess.
to Europe. We're going
No,
to
I'm at. You're saying you took an older ship. Where do they sail out? Oh, they sail out of Miami. I don't go there.
Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, that's down south. Yeah, they have old ships.
Lyrica is in Europe now, but Amy says, I've flown from DC to London for a weekend trip. It was a blast.
Okay, let me put everybody's mind to rest about MSC. MSC, the ships that cruise out of America, the the crew have been trained totally different to in fact, the crew that they took from Europe had to go through an extensive training period to be able to sail on ships out of the States because we are so different in personalities than the Europeans are.
But yet and still, I filed 2 complaints when I was on the Davina.
How many years ago was that?
That was during the hurricane out of Port Canaveral.
It could have. My parents did the Davina every year for
It
maybe
was after the pandemic.
10 years. Up until
Yeah,
the
after,
pandemic,
but
on
after
a
10
gas
years.
cruise. So I think it just,
MSC hasn't really been here that long. It's ever since once they
That's
pulled
not
out.
true. It has
Once they, well, I know, but once they pulled out these World America, when the seashore came over and the seascape, when they realized that they were booking so many more Americans on their ships, because at first the Europeans were coming over to the U.S. And they were the ones sailing on MSC, and then it started taking off. And when it took off, they got so many bad reviews that they realized that they had to do something. If they were going to make it here, they had to do something.
You know what
And
they
they did.
You know what they did? They
They
sent
trained.
me and about 200 other, no more than that, more like 500 other travel agents on their cruise ships. And we filed complaints.
Yeah, criticize
Because
the heck out of this
and
is not what we can deal
we
with.
filed complaints not because of their customer service. We filed complaints because of their crew, which was crazy. And I want to say this without everybody getting upset. MSC is a really good ship. I think it's probably better than most of the ships out there, in my opinion. But crew-wise, I still feel like
They're better.
certain ships still have, Maraviglia, one of them, certain ships still have a lot of problems. But we did file a bunch of complaints about them because they put us on that ship specifically to do that for free. They paid for our cruises. And we sent them back a lot of feedback. And we did also file a couple of complaints because, if you send us on a ship and you're expecting us to give you feedback, we're going to give you feedback. So And that was that was probably one of the best things they ever did because they got a lot of feedback, probably more than they ever wanted. Just saying. And the Davina was the one I was on. And y'all, I don't know if the Davina has ever been fixed. Everybody still tells me the same story.
See, and I've heard really good things about the Davina, but I also heard things because it was the yacht club. So
Oh.
the yacht
Perhaps
club
it
is
just all
definitely a ship in a ship.
it depends perhaps on, I'm not talking about anybody, you in general, and perhaps where you are, what you like to do, what you're doing, what you see, what gasses you, and what doesn't. I don't know. Like I said, my parents took the Davina every year for maybe like 10 years to a jazz cruise, and that was all they did. So there could have been some other issues, but they flipping loved the ship. They didn't know
Yeah,
because they were
Well,
listening to jazz every
well,
day.
let me tell you specifically what happened to me, and you tell me whether this would have gassed you or not.
Oh, I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just
No,
saying
I'm not saying anything. I'm not. This is not a. I believe a lot of people have a good time on the Davina. I've heard people say they had a good time on the Davina, but I'm going to tell you about what happened to me, and how odd that was. And you think if you think this was odd, I sat down at a table. Another lady that I had met the day before sat down with me at the table and spoke to me. And because her card did not work, the waiter charged her drink to me. And I didn't know her.
Why the heck would he do that?
Yeah, I'd be a little gassed.
That was when I realized and when I found out he did it, I said it to him. I said, "Excuse me, but you can't charge somebody else's charge. Do you not know that I never saw that dude again? And he did not come back that way, and they did not fix it." So the next day, I had to go down to guest services because I wasn't waiting in that line. Seemed a lot of people were having problems that day. Next day, I went down to guest services, and I said to them, I was charged for somebody else's drink because she was at my table. Now realize we were a bunch of travel agents. I didn't know her. And I said to the dude, I don't know her. Look, it's very hard to say that in front of another person, by the way. So those were things, stuff like that kept happening on the
Yeah,
show.
no, that's just wrong.
I was like, who are these crew people? I've never seen anything like that before. But I had similar experiences on the Lyrica back in 2009. So I was
My English friend would have just blown it off and said, it's just $12.95. It happened, but if it happened again, then they'd boil a little, but they still wouldn't say anything because it takes a lot to make them blow their stack.
It takes a lot to make me blow my stack, but I will wait in a line for an hour or two.
Yeah.
My stack is blown to tell them whatever they need to hear and fix it and make sense to me.
Yeah.
But you don't have to sign when they charge anything. But again, I mean, you don't have to sign when they charge anything. That's when you like, oh, hold up.
Where's my signature? I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I don't know what they did. I was just very upset at the time.
I know your girl would have been in line for the longest time complaining. And then the fact that I'm standing there with bad feet for 2 hours, you catching the wrath at that point.
And not only that, it wasn't even a cheap drink, y'all.
Well, people do need to more frequently speak their mind. If you've got something that is upsetting you on a cruise or anywhere that you are, and you're being served, it's a service given to you. If you don't tell them what has upset you, they can't read your mind. They have to know for them to be able to fix it. And a lot of people, like I just said, will say, it's just a $12.95 drink. I'll deal with it.
I told you, wait a minute.
A lot of people wouldn't do it. A lot of people wouldn't stand in the line to do it. A lot of people are afraid that they're going to make a scene in the restaurant if they may, no.
They're not as authentic as us, Lauren.
This is nasty. Yeah. Then there's me. Hey!
Travel,
This
yes,
sucks.
travel. Yes, we see says 4 nights. Need to make it a back to back or side to side. There is another probably cruise right after that. So there you
So
go.
with the conversation we're having about 4 or 7 days, can we assume it ain't me? Can we assume then that you're the one? Because whenever, I don't know where or when this will come to pass. I know whatever you do, don't make it NCL, because yeah, in the summertime, you know, they ain't cheap. But they ain't cheap in the winter either. But
Celebrities
They ain't
got a
cheap
lot.
anytime.
Celebrities
Oh,
got a lot
I
of
was saying, I was saying Norwegian Dawn out of Jacksonville for
Oh,
5 days.
no.
but you know, I do want to do a.
celebrity has
But
got
any,
some
the
stuff on
long
it.
Hey,
and
it's
short of it
close.
is, it's
I'm
it's
gonna
in
have to pay the full price, but anyway, on NCL
it's
right
in
now.
Vicky's hand, and I need to do more NCL so I can get my 200 points to get to the next level. So, but that's just too. They want too
Come to
many points
Jacksonville.
to get to the
Well,
next
we
level.
impressed somebody. C Death says great stream.
Yay! But at some point, if we're serious about talking about it, we gotta put stuff. Maybe you should do a poll, Vicky.
Oh, no.
And
MSC.
I mean, you know, a poll
Well,
is a
let
good
me.
I
thing.
never
Whoever,
cruise MSC. That's what I want to try, MSC.
yeah, no, but I mean, if it's 4 or 7 days, not which cruise line, and it may have to, because I've never done it either, so I'm willing to try something else. So yeah, it's cool in the gang with me, but
So
short
you guys
cruises.
are against 4 nights or for 4 nights? I know Lori's
Against
against
it.
4 nights. You're against it? What
Yeah.
about you, Nettie?
Probably, but I can rock and. I mean, seriously, I can go either way. I
Yeah,
might
it's
go and stay there.
Yeah, we can rock and roll with it. But if you had a preference,
My preference is 7 or longer. I
Okay,
mean,
what about
just
a
in
back
any
to
cruise
back?
that.
What about a back to back?
Now
For
that
some
would be
people that
different.
don't
Yeah,
want to do
that's
the
good
whole
too.
thing.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean,
I've never
we
done
could
that
set it
before.
up so you can do
I
4
know.
and you can do the next one or a side to side and you
Yeah,
know.
you
That's
can do side to sides in Port Canaveral.
that sounds fun and interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I know what. For all the
And
people who bought more than 4 days, we can get together and side to side over to another cruise line and have another group cruise.
it's a
Hey,
non-group. It's a non-group
I'm
it's a
cruise.
not.
non a
I think
non-group cruise.
you know what I think. I think everybody is leaning towards unhinged, ungroup cruises now. A lot of like, for example, Tony from Lalita Loca stopped for a while doing his group cruises. He's back to doing an actual group cruise, but because it's so involved in getting all the preparation. You guys are already so busy doing your own channel to turn around and have to stop your focus on your channel to focus on uh, figuring out who's going, what we're going to do when we get on, where we're going to go when we get off in port.
We got 5 minutes.
But at the same
It's
time,
5 minute warning.
if you decide to do a group cruise, that's, I hate to say it, that's just what I call super chicken. If anybody ever saw Super Chicken, the tagline was, "You knew the job was dangerous when you took it." So, hey,
Yeah, well,
it is
because
what it is.
everybody gets their tickets different ways. Some people, you're different perks. And so
Yeah,
going with a group and using a travel agent to do it is,
Well, we could
yeah. The
still make
travel
it
agent's
so
gonna make it
that's
like
people
a
why
get
hundred.
the
ungroup
perks.
is better.
We
That's
can
why
still make
ungroup.
it so people
Yeah,
get the perks. The problem is, like I said, I don't want to deal with a whole event. I ain't doing it.
Right,
okay.
I'm not
right.
trying
So
to do
then
it.
you find the back to back. Get those and just say, okay, this is what we're talking about, and people who want to do it will, and people who don't want to do it won't. And it's an ungroup cruise, but this is what we're doing.
If you
Just like the
want to do the
unhinged.
full
Just putting
thing,
it
you can.
out.
If you want to do the half thing,
But
Putting
I
it
would
out
implore
there.
unhinged people, whoever, if anybody's watching or watching later, I like gift exchanges. I ain't putting one together, but I will participate. Can
I
we
don't
do
think
that as
Liz
a
is
group?
doing all that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Unhinged people?
you
Somebody
know
got to
what
do
it
Not
is.
always the
unhinged. I
same.
mean, somebody
Different
got to
days of the
do
week, different
a gift
prices. I meant
exchange.
to say that. Well, thank you for reminding me to say that because I wanted to say that flights change on a daily basis. Okay, inventory changes, prices change. Always check back. Okay, because it
Right.
won't stay the same. That's how that goes. And sometimes you can get a better price on a Wednesday than you can on a Thursday.
I used to
don't know.
stay up at till midnight on a Tuesday,
To do
goofiness.
Southwest.
Yeah. I'm like, again, I buy it if I got the money when the flight comes out. I buy it, whatever, and then just check. And if I'm lucky enough to catch the price going down, and if I miss it, I say, oh well, that's the life I'm living now. Cause it
Gerald
was
Back
says
on back on the gift exchanges.
she's
Don't you have an ungroup group on Facebook?
yeah,
Gerald
I
says I'm
did, but
all
I'm
in.
not.
Type in that chat that you would like to have a gift club, a gift thing, but I don't want to do it.
I'm
But
all
if
in to
they're
go
like me,
see.
I always say, "He who smelt it dealt it." If they say you brought it up, you do it. I'm gonna be like, "Dang, I want to participate, but I don't want to be in charge of it."
I'm all in to go see Willie. That's what Gerald said. Bill says I'm not flying anywhere for a 4-day cruise unless it's a special cruise. We are special, dude. Oh, anyway, Carol said
Wouldn't Willie freak out if we did an
also
ungroup to his house?
we're cruising out of Arizona. No, anyway.
No, an ungroup to a hotel. We all just popped in at this hotel near his house. Well, I'm sure there's not one really close to his house, but
He's in the grasslands.
I
Vicky
know.
Anderson, 2028, that's plenty enough time for us to save our pennies and do at least a 6 or 7 night. Okay. Well, the World Atlantic is coming out and it
Oh
will be there.
no new ship for us. Too much money.
Well, it won't be new. It's coming out in 27, so that'll
That's
be
still
in
new.
28.
I've done
And
2
I
ships
priced
that,
it. It's
that
it's
you,
not as bad as you think it is. It's not 1,000. It's
The
okay. We'll
seashore
look at it.
look at
We'll
okay,
look at
now
it.
you're gonna make me look.
Amy K, I went for a concert. One of the funny things I've ever done. Okay, you guys, we're gonna have to get out of here because it's already 11:26. Which is
Do we have chitlins on TV today? Is PK still in here?
Chicklets.
PK is here. Yeah.
Chiclets.
Crazy day today,
I
Ryan. Are
call
you
it
on today?
chitlins.
Always busy during a holiday week, it seems. LON. Crazy today. Yeah. Are you on today? Travel says crew was great on World America. I really would like to go on the World America. It's not a new ship, but I don't think it goes out of Port Canaveral. You can see the new training, but the manager of the specialty dining was a jerk trying to charge me $6 for water, only removed charge when he thought I was recording him. Brian, every day is crazy here. Jen, how you doing, sweetie? Well, from the Foodie Squad, walking in. I want to go on a cruise with Nettie just to see her get mad at somebody. Yes, Lori. Yeah, Amy said that. Carol said, yes, Lori is absolutely right. MSC has improved 100%. That I will agree with. They have definitely improved. Okay, I got to work for real. That's from Carol. Amy said, airfare to Jacksonville is too difficult for most people. Didn't know that. I can drive to Jacksonville, but I'd have to drive with somebody. Travel says also Seascape that they charge $16 for a drink at a bar I never went to. Guest service was like taking a brick wall, talking to me. Finally, I'm like, lady, let me know when you're finished. Okay. Okay, travel, that's bad. Minor stuff, travel says that would be easily resolved in Carnival Royal becomes act of Congress and MSC. MSC is great if nothing goes wrong. And Will G says you guys are special, all right.
I don't know how to take that.
And then he laughed.
I
Hey
guess it all
guys,
depends on how
sorry
it's
I'm late.
read.
Jen, hey Jen, welcome in, part of the Foodie Squad. She said, sorry I'm late. We're just glad you're here, Jen. Jennifer, I would love you to visit me. I'll take you to a desert cruise.
Isn't that a song?
Casino. Hey, cruiseaholics. Okay. There is a group cruise January 2028. We heard on World. I ain't going on a January cruise.
January 29th, I believe.
Willie's Desert Hangout, and that is a group cruise. This is for us, Willie. I mean Willie. Will, this is for us. This is our foodie squad. We're making a non-group cruise for our group.
But unfortunately, the main foodie will not cruise in January or February. It has to be more like April.
Wow, and see, and I cruise in
And I will
January.
not go. I cruise in May for my birthday, so it's pushing it. I was gonna do April Norwegian.
January is really hard. Hey, Willie gifted us a membership, and we're past our time. Oh my gosh! Look, sorry, dude. I'm gonna have to pay a fast one here. Thank you so much.
Well, play it twice. It looks like you got another one.
Shadows move like they don't care. The bass is low, it grabs my chest. This night won't let us rest. Hands up, hands high. Touch the moon, feel the sky. Lose control, don't ask why. Party all night. Let the rhythm take you.
And Bill did the same. Woohoo! Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Willie. Y'all are so sweet. And we've been just running our mouths. Bill, I didn't even see you come in.
And I didn't see it either.
Thank you so much. And you guys, we're going to get off here because it's time for us to go. We really enjoyed this crazy chat experience. Being our authentic selves, of course.
How you spell authentic? I don't even know.
And Jan
AUTHENTIC.
Jan
Okay,
also
that don't
said
look
she's
right,
a member
but-
for 9 months. Jan, so glad to see you, sweet. Okay, you guys, I don't know who got the memberships, but congratulations, because I don't have a second. I had to keep my phone open because my daughter's going through a procedure right now, so I had to do that. But thank you guys for coming in. Thank you for the memberships. I swear it's just so awesome. We are going to continue the conversation about the ungroup cruise eventually.
Eventually. And let me tell you real quick, I know we got to go. And it seems like the Foodie Ungroup Cruise is going to be in July. I mean, not July, in the summer. I will sacrifice my hate for heat for the group.
No,
It won't be
not in July. I know.
No,
I love you, Vicky. No,
in warm
Yeah.
weather.
May is as far as I go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it won't be in the summer. It will probably
Okay,
be
right
in
on,
May.
right on,
It will
right on.
probably be in May, or
Okay.
yeah, or
Can't
even
be the
April.
last week of April, but May.
April, May, yeah.
Because the reason being is I don't normally travel during the summer because of various other crazy.
28 will.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I just wanted you to know how much I like you guys. That if it's in the summer, I would do the summer.
We're aiming for May.
No summer.
But now I'm good.
We're
April, May.
Yeah,
Keep that.
April, May,
Okay,
good.
y'all. We're out of
Right
here.
on. Peace and
It
love.
was fun. We enjoyed having y'all
Don't
here.
drink
Y'all
and drive.
have
All
a
that
great
other
day.
kind of stuff.
Go
Have a
see
great
Ryan
weekend.
Parker Studios. I don't know where he is right now, but hopefully he typed #girl because
I didn't get a chiclet notification, so I'm not sure if he's on.
Ryan.
Nah, I did at 10:29.
Okay.
I mean, I did.
Okay, RPS. See
Say
you
that
guys
again.
later.
Okay.